Oh, that's sick. Oh, Meow Wolf. Yes, they're so sick. I want to do that later. We're going to run through that. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, no. Hey, it's Ray from FiresideMTG, back from MagicCon Vegas. Want to share some of the stuff we got from that trip, along with how the experience was overall. This is the first time ever going to MagicCon, and we went as Black Lotus VIPs. Annie got her ticket from the New Perspective program. I myself was lucky enough to get one in the sale process. So pack war, let's see what's gonna go on.
I can open this.
Let's see the packs.
Alright.
Alrighty, let's see. We're all blue, I can't see anything.
I can't see anything either. Okay, that's
There we go, okay.
A Lifecraft engine, Possession engine, a lot of engines. That's my big hits.
Alright.
Alright, two vehicles.
Alright, let's see what you got, babe.
I got uncommon. Let me find a rare.
Yeah.
I got foil something. I have explosive getaway
Okay.
and an island.
Okay.
So that's explosive getaway.
Explosive getaway? I think that's a good one, yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Hey!
Thank you so much.
So yeah, we had both had a wonderful time. I'll try to get her take on it during maybe a podcast. She's not able to make it for this episode, but I just kind of wanted to do a quick touch base and like how it went, and yeah, just again showcase everything that you would see or get from doing MagicCon. As part of the Black Lotus VIP stuff, you get kind of early access to the show floor and some other things. Outside of that, you get some merch. So I'm going to show off some of the basic merch you get. So this con, the hat, because everything usually comes with like a hat, a bag, and a bottle, usually. The hat was a Black Lotus hat. I don't believe it's always like a baseball cap. I believe in past cons it's been like a bucket hat or of that same variety of hat. You got a cool water bottle, as I mentioned before. Was a big fan of this bottle. I know this bottle has been different, I think, past years as well. But this one was cool. Mine got a little scratched, so I'm a little sad about that. I'm pretty sure that was just me transporting it from Vegas to where we live now in New York. That might have been the case. Also have a bag we got. So the bag is pretty cool. I know it's not going to fit completely into the top view camera, but the front view you can see it. It was really nice. I would say the bag fit decks pretty well. I used to carry about, I would say, 3 decks on me throughout the con. I ended up doing 2 for the later days of the con, and it was okay fitting those things. It became an issue though if you ever put things that weren't, I would say, rectangular or square. So if you had like your deck and then like let's say gum, like a container of gum, you'd have some issues sometimes with the bottle being put in on the side, because it's just, for some reason, it would just always put all the obtuse shaped objects like in the lower corner where the bag would hold said bottles. So in this kind of general area, this would kind of get filled up really easily and would prevent the bottle from going in. I do like that it had a little strap here that you could attach to the top to prevent your bottle from moving. I had this on other bags and it hasn't worked as well as it did with this one. So this was really key. It could be just because of the fact that the bottle was so tall this time around that it worked perfectly. But that was really cool. So I was really happy with that. You got some cards as well for being part of the Black Lotus VIP. I don't know if this was, I'm pretty sure these were just all con goers that got these as well. You got these Avacyn Pilgrims, which were cool. I'd never had these before. I think these are like just standard throughout the year because I think this is an old promo. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. You got a deck box, which was also available on the show floor if you wanted, along with sleeves. This was actually a huge lifesaver. There were so many times when I would get a card and I wanted to sleeve it to not have it get damaged or anything. So having this just be available off rip was probably the best. They came with the sleeves inside the box, and you came with I think also a divider in here, just to show off exactly what you got inside. So that was cool. Big fan of that. Other than that, we got some cool events to do. One that I think was exclusive to us was we had a fun play chase event that coincided with Edge of Eternities coming out. We had like a pre-party event where we got almost like a mixer event where you got paired into like groups of people and you randomly got a task on a ship. You got like a role. So I was chief engineer, I want to say. I believe Annie was security. I could be wrong. But there were about 6 different tiers, I want to say, of roles you could play. So you would get a role, and when we ended up doing this play chase event later in the week, your role you receive on your badge basically gave you a passive buff. As you kind of see here, the head of security got like this ability. So it was really fun to do a play chase event. I've never played play chase before. A plane chase, sorry. So it was cool. If you're not familiar, you roll a die and you can get either a plane chase or a plane walk side of the die, or a chaos side, or a nothing side. So you would just roll it and see what you got. If you got a plane chase, you would just, or a plane walk, you would just shuffle in, grab the top card, and then you would just play that, and it had an ability based on what you got. This was fun. I would probably see if we can do this maybe on the channel at some point using one of these. So we'll see if that's gonna happen or not. With that aside, there were some fun events you could also do at the con that kind of showcased some free stuff you could get. One of them was this like Bloomborough kind of like puzzle area, which is really cute. You got to do some puzzles, word jumbles. Once you completed it, you got a pin. So we managed to collect most of the colors here, but some of them were very hard to get in the later days of the week. So I would recommend, if you ever do go to MagicCon, or if they do run this event at other cons and you see that, I would recommend doing it because these pins are really, really nice. I like a huge fan. I would like at some point to get the whole color pie so that I can have the Wooburg color pool. Abzan is really nice, so that's one of my favorite Tarkir Dragonstorm decks, so I'm happy with that. There's some other product, of course, we received, like being the gift boxes. We got one for being a VIP member. It was just part of like our goodie bag of coming in. Along with some packs, like you got some packs as well. Before I go on to like the cards I received, actually, I want to kind of showcase these plane chase stuff. Not plane chase, I'm sorry. These test cards. There we go. Oh my God, I'm spacing on the things now. You can tell I'm filming this like after coming back from the flight and everything. But there was ticketed events throughout the con, so different ones had different subject matters. I did the Unknown event specifically that was sponsored by one of the playmats you see here, and we'll talk about that. So basically we got to play with some fun test cards, and you got one for completing it. I'll showcase the cards a little bit here so you can kind of see them. These are like the same ones you would get if you buy, I think, a mystery box, mystery booster, sorry. You get one of those at the end, those like dummy play cards. So these were some of the ones that I got through my pack. I believe you got 10 for attending the event. This was a paid event, so you did pay and you did like draft unknown cards that we weren't privy to prior. It was a fun event. You made your deck. It was a commander format, which is really cool actually. It was 59 cards with your one commander, so 60 deck total. We didn't follow color rules based on your commander. So if your commander was, you know, Abzan, you could play blue and red even though that was the case. So it was kind of cool. So here are some of the cards. So some of them are really fun and some are really weird. So I'm just gonna go through them a little bit quickly, just so you can kind of see. You can always pause the video and read them yourselves at a faster rate than I would be able to. But I'm just gonna play them down here again and go through this whole set. One of my favorite ones is the Then Dreadmaws Ate Everyone, which is an X spell that plays Dreadmaws based on X's value. So that's really fun. I do want to see if we can ever zero rule some of these cards into commander games on the channel, because I would love to play this card or have someone play this card to have just a bunch of colossal Dreadmaws on the board. Sorry. I just thought about Colossal Dreadmaw and I got gassy apparently. So some last of the cards. The card I ended up playing, which was the Herald of Newmont. Now, I've only been playing the game for about a year now, and I'll be honest with you, when I played this card, I did not know what Newmont was. So when I originally played it, I read it and misread and understood that what I thought what happened is that I attacked you, and if I connected, I was able to make copies of this same card and put them into my deck. So almost like playing, it's the rabbit card that duplicates. I know I've asked before, like, what is that card's name? And I totally can't remember. For some reason it escapes me. but it reminds you of that card basically, where you know if you have multiple in your deck, you can like play them out later, and you get different effects based on how many rabbits you have. But in this case, I thought he put copies of himself based on the damage or based the copies of himself in the deck. Not the case at all. He plays a whole new card, which I did not know, because again, I am new to the game. So when playing this, the person thankfully explained what that card was, and we looked it up, and then I was like, oh. So that was fun. But really cool to have this as a commander. I like the concept of taking cards and putting them into the deck. And I know that happens a lot with these kind of cards, but I would like to see that maybe explored in Magic in the future. But that could just me being biased, given that my background before Magic was like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm used to having an extra deck. So I can see why people wouldn't like that either though. This was another one that I was really happy that I got, because it's like a great actual like Wooburg commander for like these fun cards, because you can play more of them out from that. So I like that a lot. And then this was the bonus card. So this was the card you got if you completed the event, which was playing, I think, 3 matches, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't really get to read this card yet. Yeah, it seems really cool. It seems fun. This would be something that I would like to try as well. But if I did this, I would maybe do it in a pool of friends. Like everyone plays this as their commander, and we just see who, you know, makes their deck a different way or what have you. That might just be playing Tarkir decks throughout, but it'd be fun to maybe see like how everyone decides to pick before a game night starts, and then, you know, seeing what decks they bring to the table. So if you want to see Faction Dragon Commander Night, let me know in the comments down below. We'll try to do that. So these are cool. These are actually printed on cards. I know they mentioned this during the thing, but I wanted to kind of show the case this here too. So these are really cool because that seems really fun to me. Like, it's very genuine, right? It's like when you're testing things, you want to kind of quickly use them. I'm really curious to see what they were put on top of, but I refuse to take those stickers off because I'm crazy. Because I don't like to ruin things. I don't like ripping cards. I don't like doing anything like that. So ideally like to keep things pristine as best as I can. I'm gonna showcase some of the stuff we got along the way. We originally came in with the binder being empty, and I filled it up throughout the con. We got so many cards. Going to the con, my original goal was to get some trades done, getting rid of like a bunch of old cards I don't play with anymore, mainly like One Piece and Pokemon. So I ideally went in thinking, hey, I'm gonna get rid of them. I wanna play CEDH, but I don't really like proxying cards. I would rather own a copy than proxy, because I don't want to keep moving it throughout decks. If you know, I usually keep the same color sleeves throughout all my decks, ideally, as well, to also kind of support that quick, like, I'm gonna take this out and put in another deck mentality. I might start proxying now that I have some of these high power cards I was looking for. I'm also worried that's gonna kind of affect my deck building, so I might just try limiting or do a tiered kind of sleeve system, where maybe my jet black dragon shields are maybe the high power, and then my lower power tier decks might be a different color of, who knows, but maybe. Not in any particular order. These were some of the cards that I got. These are 2 cards I got signed, so these are cards I did already have. The artists were there, so I decided to get these 2 taken care of. I would have gotten Obika signed. I played on the channel twice already, and for some reason, when packing for the trip, I thought Obika would be too difficult to play at the con, given how annoying her turns can be. So I decided against packing her. I regret it so heavily. The artist is really cool. I had a great time talking to him. He's a really chill guy. He has some really cool concepts for like his signatures, where he'll do like tricolors, he'll do invisible ink, which I would love to have done something with Obika, and like having like a UV light during certain things. Yeah, I'm not gonna nerd out on that too much, but was very, very impressed with that. So hopefully next time I'm at a MagicCon, he's there, and I can get that signed next time and go all out for that signature. Some big lands that I picked up finally. I'm almost now complete on my dual land, my dual land collection. I'm just missing one. I believe it's Taiga. I'm missing Taiga, which is the red-green one. So once I've gotten that, I'm then done with the duels. I don't have to worry about them ever again. I may try it in the future, trade them up for higher rarity ones, but I think I won't. I think I'm good. I don't think I need to have the max rarity of a expensive card. I think I'm good with just having a copy of something similar. And then these as well. Very happy I got my Mox, very happy I got my Gaia's Cradle and my Lion's Eye. These are cards I thought I was never gonna have, honestly. Being in a place where I could trade a bunch of cards to get them, I think was honestly the best. So would highly recommend you save a bunch of your bulk that are worth some like $5, $10 and up, and bring them to a MagicCon. Have like a list ready of like your cards in your collection you're trying to sell to them, and just drop it off and then get that done. It's the best way, I think, getting high value cards, like the best place and the best way of doing it. Locals are also good too. Support your locals always, but my locals doesn't always have duels. I know 2 of my duels that I picked up before did in fact come from my local. So, you know, if you can't pick them up where you are, you might as well go to something that would have them all there, right? Besides the point, now I'm just gonna showcase what's in the binder, and then we'll go to the playmats, and then I think we'll pretty much be done for the most part for this video. I have a special treat at the end, which is gonna showcase my personal top favorite thing about MagicCon, and some cards here kind of will tease a little bit of that content. But yes, so we pulled everything in this for the most part. There'll be a couple outliers I'll talk about, like what we traded for, or we traded for this card, we traded for that card. I think actually there's another duel in here because of that reason. So I know we were chasing her. We pulled her, and we pulled another one of her. So the video might not be up for this to make sense just yet, but let's just say that we went on a trip to try and get Y'shtolas from PAX, and we did not get her on video. So I learned that when I'm not recording, I can pull some really nice cards sometimes. When I do record, I struggle to pull stuff. And an example of that is that I pulled the blue chocobo. Throughout the con, we got a couple of packs as the VIP members. You get them for participating in drafts throughout the days. So if you did a certain amount of drafts, you would check in the next day and they would give you a pack for completing it. From one of my packs I got for completing draft, I got the blue chocobo in my pack. I found this out like as I was at the hotel. We were just about to essentially get dressed to come back in the afternoon, and I was like, hell, I'll open a pack up just because I'm gonna pull nothing anyway, right? I'm thinking I'm just gonna get maybe ideally I wanted to get one of the the mono arts. I was hoping to get that, but then I pulled the blue chocobo, and I'm happy with that. We debated so hard on selling it or not selling it. We didn't get an offer we liked, so that's kind of the reason why we didn't sell it. And I think that's good. I'm kind of happy with that at the end of the day, that we're not selling it at the moment. It's cool to have. I'm a big nerd about having cards. I don't really like selling them other than trading them for something big. So yeah, it's in the binder. It'll probably will go in the deck, and hopefully I can play it on the channel. We did also finally pull the Chocobo Commander, so that might be a thing on the channel. So we'll see. I think that might be the first deck I try to build and put this in it, because I'm a madman, but we'll see. I got Avatar Woe signed. Alex, who's been on the channel, is a big fan. So this is his card, actually, not mine. I'm going to be giving this to him the next time I see him, which is hopefully soon. He was a big fan, so I kind of just called in, saw that RK Post was there, and got that signed for him. So that was a cool pickup. I traded for this with one of the other Black Lotus VIP members, so they were really cool. We met a lot of nice people. I think that was like a big reason why I want to go back, which is the people, not even just the con itself. And I know that might be weird because you'll go to a convention and you expect to like just enjoy the events. The Black Lotus VIP lounge lets you like relax a lot, and because you free up with a lot of your purchases kind of early, because you get that early access, we spent a lot of time in the lounge just relaxing and like talking to people and like playing games with people. So that was my favorite part, really, of the con for the most part. Again, a little bit of a teaser what's coming up later, but personally, that's what's worth it about this thing. Like, you get the ease up on the purchasing because you get it done early before the huge lines show up, and then you can enjoy just being at the con and meeting people and talking to people. Not saying you can't do that without this VIP ticket. I definitely feel like I enjoyed it more because of that. In my unknown pack, my mystery booster pack too, I pulled this. So very happy with that. That event, I want to say, was a little bit pricey. I think the ticket for the unknown was, I think, $100 if I remember correct. So the fact that I pulled this kind of paid for the ticket in a way, and I was very happy. So no complaints on that. I traded for Yuna, which I was very happy to get because I don't have this art. I traded, I think, a staff member for it. Like, we did like an even trade, so I was happy with that. I got a Search for Noctis for a trade. This is probably going to go into a deck, so I'm happy. Like, everything I picked up, for the most part, I'm going to probably put into decks. Pulled the Cloud, traded for the Kefka. These were part of, like, I think the same trade, if I remember correct. So I'm happy I got one of my big chases from the Final Fantasy set out of the way, along with the Chocobo. These were three other cards I picked up from vendors based on trading in cards. So this was the other duel I was missing from that showcase, along with the Grim Monolith. And the Loot. I like Loot, he's really cute. I do want to build a CDH deck for him at some point. Maybe not even CDH, to be honest with you. Maybe it'll just be like a 4. But I think he's really cute. I love this art. I love that it gives me like Gurren Lagann vibes, and I'm a huge Gurren Lagann fan. I have like 2 statues or 2 figures of Gurren Lagann in the room, so I had to pick it up. Pulled 2 Cabal coffers from both the draft event and from buying one of the festivals in the box, so that was sick. We pulled this at the last draft event. So throughout the con, the Black Lotus Lounge had different drafts based on the day. I want to say the first day had Tarkir Dragonstorm. The second day had a Tarkir like pool, and then the last day had mystery boosters. So I picked that up from a mystery booster. This again was the promos from the festival in a box. I don't think I've seen many of these pulled. I'm not sure if that was a rare pull or not. I'm happy because I did at one point have a Scarab God. I had a Scarab God deck, and this was in it, and it was one of my favorite cards for the deck. Mainly because it's just a saw in half. So these were gift with purchases that you got from buying things from the main festival floor, or the festival shop, I guess you can call it, or con shop. So if you spent, I think it was $150 and above, you got one. So we got a couple. I did trade for some of these, I believe, because I don't think I bought this much worth of stuff. I did buy a lot of gifts for people. Like I bought one of the show floor playmats, which I'll show here. I bought some small like goodies for friends. Didn't go too crazy with the purchasing in terms of content. I wanted to make sure that if people wanted some of the playmats, they can get it easily. So I wasn't going in trying to like buy all the stuff. Like, I'm not looking at it to resell stuff. You'll see a lot of Torgles for that exact reason too. I traded for a lot of these because I know people were going to want them back home. So a lot of Torgles I picked up. This was something that was really cool. I took part in the Tri battle? I can't remember. But there was a 3-man team draft where you got these Final Fantasy promos. And I think some people might have seen them already online, but I'm gonna tease you a little bit because I have to find where the Swords of Plowshares is. But yes, wonderful. You get a combined art card, so that was really cool. My only complaint with this is that I wish this had been an actual Magic the Gathering card and not just a Final Fantasy card, because from their trading card game. It would have been nice if it had been maybe an homage to it, or maybe like yeah, I think an homage would have been nice, because now I'll always have a weird partition in the art of Swords to Plowshares. So there'll always be like a half-cut Moogle in this art. But it's still a great card. I'm so happy I got it. This was one of the biggest things that I wanted to get from playing at events at MagicCon. So the fact that I have it is great. Pulled in a Chrome as well, which I'm very happy because I don't have this card. So now I do. And I didn't ever want to try and like buy it because it came from a Commander deck. I didn't think it was worth the value of it right now on the market. So I was just like, hopefully I pull it from this set and we'll see. So we did, so very happy. I traded for this actually, I wish I pulled it. Love the art, love Omano's work. I can't afford his actual painting, so these cards are kind of like my middle ground. I got the Dragon Seeker Lair, which is really cool. I was very happy with all of these. Some of the other stuff we picked up in packs, I traded for this whole secret lair. There was a nice gentleman that you'll see in the video in a little bit. He was really nice, wonderful guy, like just exuded energy. Was great to be around, just wonderful dude, just getting into Magic, had so much stuff from different events and was just looking to trade. And I gave him a lot of stuff for some of this and some other cards that I don't think ended up in the binder. I actually got my Emmett Selk from him, so I do want to build this deck just as a tribute to him, because I love Emmett Selk, a huge Final Fantasy 14 fan, as I mentioned multiple times, I think. So I'm very happy to finally have him. I know he's not an expensive card because he's the non-foil version of him, but it means a lot because I got him from him, and it was just a cool thing to do, and I'll always remember that now when I have this card. Open that up in a pack, open that in a pack. Open both of these, actually, weirdly enough, during the event, which is weird. I think I made a trade for this one, actually. I could be wrong. I'll double check right now with the sleeve. Yeah, I traded for this. It was from the same gentleman, I remember now. So, traded for that. I pulled this from a pack, which is during the draft that we did with the older Tarkir packs, which was cool. Everything else was pulled from a pack. I got that from completing the event. Traded for these three here. I didn't realize I got the foiled Bolas's Tower, so I'll be honest with you. Or Bolas's Citadel, rather. So I picked up another one, so now I have fodder to trade for another mono art, hopefully. And then traded these, essentially, these 4 cards with another VIP member that we met. It's so funny, we didn't really get to talk too much during the event because we were kind of just doing our own things, but we met at the airport coming back. So that was really fun, and I learned that they didn't get the opportunity to get one of the Swords of Plowshares because they weren't able to take part in the event because they kind of filled up so quickly. In that comes with 3 of a card. So being a trio event, each one of you gets a card. Our third member didn't want their card. They basically gave it to us to do what we want with it. So we gave it to him. just plain simple, we gave it to him. We gave him both the Final Fantasy and the Magic card itself, so he has the whole set now. Really cool guy. He ended up giving us some of the cards at the end as like compensation because he didn't want to just get, essentially receive the card, I guess. But really cool dude, really chill. Hopefully he sees the video and just understands that we would have done to anybody, but I'm glad he liked the card a lot. I'm going to show off these playmats, and then that'll be the end of the big showcase. We also picked up one of these Chatterfang deck boxes, so that was fun. We've seen the loot one floating around our locals, so when we saw the Chatterfang version, we had to get it. So maybe I'll put my Chatterfang deck in that, but I don't know yet. So got the playmat. The artist was there, so got it signed, along with the Chrome Mox, I believe I got signed, so that was fun. This was our MagicCon VIP playmat, so we got this for being part of the Black Lotus VIP, which is cool. I honestly didn't open a whole lot of Dragonstorm. I bought mainly the commander decks, so I didn't realize this was a card art already. So that's cool. Very nice art, very cool. I got, I think, an extra one of these trading with somebody, so I might give it away to one of our players that frequents our channel. So if you see them using the playmat, it might be because they got it as a thank you. This was part of the Square booth. So Square was selling a playmat, I believe. Yes, okay. So here's the game I think it's from. I don't know much about the Final Fantasy spin-off product, so I don't know if this is like a mobile game or if it's one of those rhythm games that they sell or produce sometimes. But it was really, really cute. We saw someone walking around the floor while we were waiting for the Ultra Pro line. So we picked this up afterwards. So speaking of the Ultra Pro line, we did pick up the MagicCon Sephiroth and Cloud playmats. I won't be taking these out of the tubes. Sorry. These are gonna go, ideally be framed at some point. So either in this or the next place we film in location-wise, you may see them after some time. So they'll be displayed in actual frames, and hopefully they look really nice, because they did in person. So I don't plan on getting rid of those ever, so you'll see them for a while. And then I think my favorite playmat objectively of the whole con was this other one, the NALAC playmat. which is I believe it's National Association of Latino Arts and Culture. They did the Secret Lair that I also picked up today, literally in the mail. At the con, they had it available in person, so I don't regret getting it online. I'm happy I ended up waiting because when I got them, the packaging was really nice. But man, was it hard not to buy a second set in person. I might end up buying a second set anyway because I'd like that the 25% goes. I'm sorry, 50% I believe goes towards the charity. And the cards are really nice, and the promo card's amazing. So the bonus card being, I think it's Tybalt's Trickery. So very happy. I love the food token art, so this playmat's awesome. This might be the playmat I use a lot on the channel now, probably for the rest of the film calendar of this month at least. So we'll see. But definitely one of my favorite mats. Didn't know it was an exclusive the first day, and I ended up buying it, I think, on the last day of the con, ironically. So I'm glad I was able to snag one because I thought this was going to be available on the Ultra Pro website and I was going to buy it there. But no, it is in fact a con exclusive mat. So very happy I have it now. But yeah, I know this has been a longer video, so I kind of want to just end on a sweet note, hopefully. But yeah, so MagicCon was awesome. We met amazing people, and I think at the end of the day, this stuff is cool, and I'm happy I got the stuff I wanted. But if I didn't meet the nice people along the way, I don't think I would have really cared about the con as much as I do now. Like, I genuinely believe that I would never go back to MagicCon if I weren't getting the same ticket I got now. Like, if I don't have Black Lotus, I don't think I'm ever gonna go again. I know that sounds crazy, but I enjoyed the experience so much that I think anything else would be the service to myself and this con that I went to, like the memories of that con. Just being able to meet those people and having time to sit down with them and actually make connection rather than rush to the next panel and the next panel and the next thing was huge for me. Don't get me wrong, that did happen. I did end up running around a lot. Like, an example would be I didn't take a lot of pictures at all, unfortunately. I think I have maybe a handful of photos and videos taken, but that's also me just being new to a thing and just being so absorbed by everything around me. But yeah, wonderful experience. Highly recommend it. At least do it once if you can afford it. If you can't, I totally understand. Do whatever you can afford. Just be at MagicCon. The energy just is very different from other cons I've been to. And I think it's because everyone there is specifically there because they like one thing, right? We all like Magic, so that's why we're all there, ideally. Bar that it was Final Fantasy. So that was a huge factor for sure. For better or worse, Final Fantasy was heavily involved. I'm a big fan, so I liked that a lot. I'm gonna showcase these next couple of videos. Jay may have, our editor, Jay, may have spliced them throughout this video to make it a bit more digestible. But we had some interviews we were able to do with some of our friends we met along the way. And I would just personally like to say thank you to all of them that took the time to sit with us and talk a bit. And we hope to see you all next time we're at Vegas and next time we're at MagicCon. So thank you all for joining us, and hopefully you liked the content of this video. I'd like to say we'll do this again next year. So let's see. All right, take care. Bye. Hey, it's Ray again, here with our guest.
Kevin Hill from Houston, Texas.
Ooh, nice. All right, tell me a little about yourself, Kevin.
So I'm not older than dirt yet, but I'm working on it.
All right.
I actually work in advertising when I'm not traveling for games. This is actually my vacation.
Wonderful. Okay.
I spend my vacation working game shows, hanging out with you nice folks, and from teaching people to game, doing stuff like MagicCon. Yeah. So that's kind of the way I have a good time on the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, this is our first time doing the whole con scene, especially the VIP Black Lotus experience. So we kind of wanted to showcase some of the stuff you don't see getting the ticket and everything. Sure. So I had a wonderful experience playing Commander with you earlier. So I wanted to kind of put you in the forefront and talk about like why you guys are so cool, why you guys love. So you play Magic a little bit, is that correct?
So I don't play it well, but I actually play, by definition, I play the game. Really? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're the one that wiped the board with us. Some people play it really well. But no, so I play Magic. I like to call myself a war gamer.
Oh, okay.
I love painting miniatures, love the hobby of it all more than the strategy of it all.
I didn't know this. What's your, what good game?
Well, so now my go-to game is called One Page Rules. Ooh. It's miniatures agnostic. agnostic, and that's what I love about it, because I
Okay.
can play my Privateer Press stuff, Games Workshop stuff,
Cool.
Malifaux stuff. So it's a way to get the dust off some games and
Nice.
have some fun with it.
Did you end up buying the Warhammer collab stuff then?
Oh, of course I did.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what I paid for, because
Okay,
if my
yes.
wife sees this, that's not going to be cool.
Exactly. Favorite Warhammer army then?
Oh man, well, it's actually the Grots and the Goblins, but I have to say
okay.
orcs, because
Yes.
there really isn't one.
Yeah.
But everyone knows me as I'm the Goblin guy. I love goblins, and then next is dragons. So from one extreme to the other.
That makes sense. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
someone's got to protect the little green skins.
100%. I love the Nids, so I'm Chaos, so not Chaos.
See, I
Well,
was
yeah.
originally Tyranids as well.
Yes,
so
there
I'm
you go.
spot on with you.
Yes,
Spot
yes,
on with
wonderful.
you.
Love them. They're awesome. I love the art.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and hopefully we can see you again maybe in the future.
Oh, I'll be at every show they bring me to.
Awesome. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank y'all.
Yes, yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
All right.
Great.
Hi, I'm Annie from FiresideMTG, and I'm with Girl in the Green Suit, aka Greenie. So tell me how you got into Magic.
Hi. So, a man that I went on a date with introduced me to Magic because he needed a fourth player for his commander game.
As one does.
I quickly fell in love with the social aspect of the game, sitting around a table, playing games, having fun, talking with people. It's my favorite part of Magic, is being able to do the gathering.
Fair. Can you tell me, I've heard your new perspective here, like me. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so New Perspectives is a grant that Wizards gives out to 10 individuals for every single convention. They're people who bring a new perspective to the Magic community. People who, they do good. They are individuals who are unique, they work hard, and they make sure that the world is a better place for everyone.
Definitely. Now, last question. If you had to give your favorite thing about MagicCon Las Vegas, besides meeting me,
Of course.
what would it be?
Honestly, I haven't done it yet. If I get to meet Andrea Mengucci, aka I call him Mengu,
Fair.
if I get to meet Mengu, I might actually combust. I will be so excited.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. I met Olivia and Brian
that's so
I almost
fun.
screamed. I met Aaron Hansen too at the cosplay contest. Check out it on YouTube. I was Tiny Bones.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Greenie. Greatly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your con.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course. Give me a big hug.
Yay!
Yes. Bye. Bye.
Welcome. Tell us a little about yourself.
My
What's
name is
up?
Garrett Ferguson. Been playing Magic for about 4 years now, 3 years actually.
3 years.
21 when I started.
Okay. So a little bit later in life.
Well, no, 2021.
Oh.
Really late in life. I'm 34 now.
Oh,
so,
cool. Nice. You only look great for 34. Damn, bro.
I'm a middle school teacher, so thank you. I'm usually like.
What do you teach?
I teach 8th grade math and science.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be honest with you. I didn't think that originally. I would have thought you were like a gym teacher, maybe.
Oh,
or
cool.
anything
I
like
teach
that.
PE too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
I
right. So
teach
there we
PE
go.
also.
There we go. That makes sense. But dude, that's awesome. Nice.
Thanks, yeah.
All right.
I'm an artist. I like. That's
Oh.
why we're here for most of this stuff. So.
Oh, that's really sick.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What got you into Magic?
I was always interested in it whenever I was growing up. I collected Pokemon and stuff, and then my mind is very busy, and so the game of Magic I think is one that really just like drew me into all the semantics and how the layers work and how interactions can be had amongst a table. And I think that I got into it with Commander.
Sure.
And so I was really like averse to it, really nervous to try it. But then as soon as I got into it, of course, just like everybody else, it was like a snowball effect.
Sure.
Right?
So
Like getting to like casually meet people, but then also
yeah, all these people here you're playing with right
yeah,
now.
like this guy's
Yeah.
one of my best friends in the world,
Oh, yeah?
thanks to Magic. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, for real.
Okay, that's sick. So who was your first commander and who's your current favorite commander?
Henzi Toolbox Story
Okay.
was the first commander that
Wow.
I bought the pre-con.
Yeah.
I realized the graveyard existed, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, this is
Whoa.
crazy!"
It's like a second deck.
Yeah, exactly. So, so Henzi was my first. He's still one of my favorites. I think my absolute favorite commander though, that no matter what, I always go back to it. It's the thing that made me love the flicker mechanic is Emiel the Blessed.
Okay.
The unicorn who flickers stuff.
Yes, the white unicorn.
Yeah,
Is that
and I
right?
made it not a Staxi, but like a pillow fort, don't touch me kind of thing.
Okay.
And I regrettably took it apart.
Yeah.
And but I've been thinking about putting them back together but now Emiel finds homes in like a few of my decks.
Yeah,
And so
very
I think
good
that
card.
my favorite right now, because I love Flicker so much, I run Ishai and Kodama.
Yes.
The ETB Kodama, and
Yeah.
and it's totally fair and balanced. Yeah.
That's what we love. Fair and balanced
Fair and
Magic,
balanced
right?
Magic,
Yeah. Even that bracket, 4 and 5, you want to still have fair and balanced
Fair and
Magic.
balanced.
Yeah. Wonderful.
5, okay, not balanced. so fair.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right. So is this your first Magic Con?
Third.
Yeah. Okay.
We were fortunate enough to come the last 2 years. This year I am a very fortunate human being.
Nice.
Because I have friends like him. He purchased my Black Lotus badge for me.
Oh, what? Dude, that's so awesome.
So I'm a very fortunate person.
Really? Okay. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you're able to share this experience with your friends and kind of build this relationship. That's awesome. So have you been to each MagicCon Vegas or different MagicCons?
Vegas 3 years in a row.
Oh, 3 years. Okay, nice.
Where we met a bunch of really awesome people here that were all talking about, like, maybe we should hit Amsterdam next year.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fire, you know? So,
yes, yeah. So maybe you'll go to Amsterdam.
That's in the works.
Okay.
In the works.
Great.
Yeah.
We're hoping to come back again for Vegas. Vegas has been a wonderful experience meeting everybody.
To see you guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that'll be awesome. Before we sign off, now you said you're big into the art of Magic. You're an artist yourself.
I love art.
Favorite card art.
Oh, that just gave me the chill bumps too. Damn.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Tell me.
Definitions. Oh, really?
My favorite card art.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fantasy realism of like Karl Kopinski.
Okay.
Some of my favorite art of all time.
Sure.
But I think my favorite card in the world is Omniscience.
Omniscience,
and
yes.
So not the Enchanted Tales, but the I can't remember which set it was from most recently, but it's basically like this fairy type girl. Like it's one of the Omniscience arts.
Yes.
And
okay.
Dude, it just.
We'll look it up and we'll put the image here.
Please,
yes, 100%. That's awesome. No, dude, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking with you. It's a pleasure playing games with you as well.
Yeah, same.
Hopefully we'll see you again next year.
Thanks for the interview.
Yes, 100%, bro.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. We're here at MagicCon Vegas versus FiresideMTG. Just interviewing one of the people we met here at the con that kind of made our experience great. So we want to kind of have a moment for you to talk. Tell us a little about yourself, your name, what you do.
My name is Gregory Morning, and I live in San Diego.
Nice.
I'm a massage therapist. I'm almost done with school in December. I got into Magic when I was in Amsterdam last summer.
Nice. All right.
And it was so wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. Okay. The community, how people embraced me.
Yep.
It was just a freedom.
Yes. Wonderful.
And being around adults as well, it was great.
It's been a great experience so far.
It
nice.
is.
Do you have a deck you play right now?
I have the Titus.
Oh, the Titus one. Yes. So the Final Fantasy one, right?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Nice. It's all what we call that?
The Surge Foil.
The Surge Foil. Because
Yes,
I'm a new player, so
yes.
excuse me. I have all the terminologies together.
100%, but that's great.
But it's so exciting. I'm so juiced.
Yeah. So as a new player, like, how do you feel like the community's been? Like, have you been really welcomed? What do you like?
The community is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like all inclusive. Like this is a really thing to be a part of.
Yeah. Right.
This is really made me want to cry sometimes. This is really. This has really been nice.
I'm glad. So you just started with Magic, you said, right? So
yes,
what did, like, from your past, you've heard of the game before, right? What got you to start?
Well, I was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I was there for 7 days.
Yeah.
And I was there, I was like, I didn't have anything to do.
Okay.
And I didn't know the place.
Yeah.
And so I got to going around the tables and the event and whatnot, and I started interacting with people. I started asking questions, just normal questions. I had no intention on playing Magic at all. I thought I was mature.
Yeah, you're like, I'm too old for this, I don't want to do it.
This, but not knowing that I was missing something in my life.
Yes. Okay.
In Magic,
Yeah.
that part I didn't know I was missing, but once I got this in my life,
Yeah.
I have not been the same.
All right, cool. That's great. All right. With that being said, is there anything you want to say to anyone out there that like hasn't thought about getting into the game, but maybe like a push or maybe something you've gotten from playing this?
For me, it's like I opened up my horizons, and I received so many things I was not expecting. And from what I view, it's not about the game. It's about the companionship. It's about the interaction with one another. It's about us being able to network and this. And enjoying one thing that we all have in common in this venue, particularly.
Yeah.
And so for me, that Magic has really helped me because I've become better with people.
That's great. That's wonderful to hear.
The interaction with people.
Wonderful. Do you have anything you want to say as we sign off from this?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely person, man. You made my day.
No, you made our trip.
And I'm so glad to meet you and your family.
Thank you.
Oh man, thank you so much. Continue what you do.
Thank you.
You are making a change.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Signing off.